That flaking, chipping damage on your concrete driveway? It's called spalling, and it's not just cosmetic. You noticed it this year. Little pieces breaking loose near the surface. A patch that feels rough under your shoe where it used to be smooth. Maybe a thin flake came up when you dragged the trash bin over it. And you told yourself the same thing almost everyone tells themselves: it's just old. It's just wear. Concrete does that. Here's the truth, and I want you to hear it before we go any further. It is not just age. Something specific is eating your driveway from the surface down. Concrete spalling follows a pattern, and once it starts, it spreads a little more every single year. But here's the part that should actually get your attention. The reason it started was very likely decided years ago, long before you saw the first flake. And almost nobody who has this problem knows that. What you're looking at, spalling, sometimes called scaling, is when the top layer of concrete flakes chips or pits away, exposing the rougher stone underneath. And it doesn't stay put. It starts as a small, rough patch and works outward, season after season. Stick with me, because in a few minutes, you're going to know exactly why it's happening on your driveway, what actually stops it, and the one number that decides whether this stays a $50 problem or becomes a $5,000 one. Here's what's really going on, and it comes down to one thing you can't see. Your concrete is thirsty. Concrete, which is Portland cement, aggregate, and water bonded together through a process called hydration, looks solid, but it's actually full of tiny pores, like a hard sponge. Every time it rains, every time snow melts, water soaks down into those pores. Now think about what happens to a water bottle you leave in the freezer. It cracks because water expands when it freezes. The exact same thing is happening inside your driveway. That trapped water freezes, expands about 9%, and pushes outward with more force than the concrete can hold. One freeze doesn't do it, but it doesn't have to. Every time the temperature drops below freezing and climbs back up, that's one freeze-thaw cycle. Freeze, expand, push, thaw, relax. Do that a few hundred times over a few winters, and those tiny internal cracks widen until the surface layer finally lets go and flakes off. And here's what surprises people. You do not need a brutal winter for this. You just need the temperature swinging back and forth across the freezing mark. A mild winter that hovers around freezing can actually do more damage than one hard deep freeze because it cycles more often. Now, if you throw salt down on your driveway in winter, I need you to pay attention here, because you may be speeding this up without realizing it. De-icing salt does two things working against you. It lowers the temperature water freezes at, which means more of those freeze-thaw cycles. And it pulls extra moisture into the concrete. On driveways near a salted road, you'll often see the spalling show up years earlier. It's not that your concrete was bad, it's that it's been under a faster attack. But here's the part the title promised, the reason most people miss the real cause. Freeze-thaw is the trigger. It is not always the root, because two driveways on the same street, in the same winters, with the same salt, can age completely differently, and the difference usually goes all the way back to the day they were poured. There are two ways concrete gets born weak, and almost no homeowner ever hears either one. The first is the water-to-cement ratio. The ACI, that's the American Concrete Institute, recommends a water-to-cement ratio no higher than 0.45 for driveways in freeze-thaw zones. Every extra gallon of water added per yard of mix drops the final strength by roughly 200 psi. So if whoever poured your driveway added water to the surface to make it easier to smooth, a very common shortcut, that thin top layer ended up dramatically weaker than the concrete beneath it. Weak from birth. The second thing, and this one really surprises people, is air-entrainment. Properly mixed driveway concrete should contain 4 to 6% entrained air. These are microscopic bubbles deliberately built into the mix that give freezing water somewhere to expand without blowing the surface apart. No air entrainment means no pressure relief. Guaranteed spalling, just a matter of time. A properly air-entrained mix at the right water-to-cement ratio should finish at 4,000 pounds per square inch minimum. 4,500 pounds per square inch if you're in a hard freeze zone. If the original pour came in at 3,000 pounds per square inch with no air entrainment, no amount of sealing will fully save it. So when people say, "Why is my neighbor's driveway fine and mine is falling apart?" the answer is almost always mix design. The crack you're seeing today was set in motion by decisions made before you ever owned the place. One thing worth knowing, not all surface damage is the same. True spalling and scaling, that surface flaking, is different from map cracking, which creates a web of shallow cracks across the surface, or de-cracking, which follows the edges of control joints and aggregate particles. If you're seeing cracking that runs in a grid-like pattern rather than loose flaking, the underlying cause is a little different. But all of them share one root: water getting in where it shouldn't. And this is where it stops being about looks and starts being about money, because spalling doesn't just spread across the surface. Left alone, it works deeper, and it can start exposing the steel reinforcement, the rebar, inside the slab. When water reaches that steel, it rusts. Rust expands, and that pushes the concrete apart from the inside. Here's the real cost ladder. Caught early, this is somewhere around $5 to $90 in materials, the kind of thing a homeowner handles themselves. Left to spread, it becomes resurfacing, $1,500 to $5,000. Left all the way, it becomes a full replacement, $3,000, $5,000, $7,500 and up. Same problem, the only variable that moved was how long it was ignored. And on top of that, a crumbling driveway is the first thing a buyer sees. It quietly pulls down the value of the single most expensive thing you own. So what actually stops it? It comes down to keeping water out of those pores. And there are 3 things that make the difference. The first is a clean surface. Spalling can't be dealt with while the loose flaking material is still sitting on top, because there's nothing solid underneath it. The second is what fills the damage. A polymer-modified concrete patching compound, the kind already blended for repairs rather than straight cement, is what actually bonds and lasts. And the third, the one almost everyone overlooks, is the sealer. And the type matters more than people realize. A penetrating silane siloxane sealer soaks into the pores and chemically bonds with the concrete, blocking water at the pore level. A topical acrylic just sits on the surface and eventually peels. No water getting in means no freeze-thaw damage. And a driveway that gets resealed every 2 to 3 years is one that essentially never has to face this problem. That repeating reseal is the cheapest insurance a driveway can have. One honest note, because I'm not here to sell you a miracle. If the flaking already covers more than about 1/3 of the driveway, or the cracks run deep through the full slab, sealing won't save it. That's a resurface or a replace, and it's worth getting a couple of real estimates. But if this is caught early, while it's still small rough patches, that's exactly the point where it's still a weekend problem instead of a contractor problem. So the next time you look at that rough flaking patch, you'll know it isn't just age. It's water, freeze-thaw cycles, and time, working on a surface that was often weak from the very first day. Under-strength concrete, the wrong water-cement ratio, no air-entrainment, and it's spreading a little more every winter it's left alone. The good news is you now know more about stopping it than most of the people who'll walk right past it. A clean surface, the right patch, a penetrating silane siloxane sealer, and a reseal every couple of years. That's what separates the driveways that last from the ones that crumble. And if you want to understand the deeper reasons some concrete is born weak and some is born strong, it comes down to how it was mixed and cured in the first place. I broke that whole thing down in the video right here, and it'll make you sharper on every concrete project you touch after this one.